Hello. This is my name's Jake Allen Graham, and this is my review. Stupid fly. It's bugging a little fly. You finally hear me? Anyway, this is my review on a movie. I just forget what the name of the movie was I was going to talk about because the fucking fly flew me in my way and distracted me. So I'm going to try to figure out what I should talk about for a movie, okay? Uh, Excuse me. I forgot. I can't think of something, okay? I'm trying to think of something. Just give me a... Just be patient with me, okay? I appreciate you always being patient with me. And... Okay. I got a title. I know what movie I want to talk about, okay? I thought of another idea, okay? Okay, it's the Rob Patterson Batman movie I'm going to talk about. They're called The Batman. Named, it is. It's named The Batman. And I enjoy the fuck out of this movie. This is my second live action favorite Batman movie in terms of a serious take on Batman. And my number one favorite is still the Michael Keaton one, the first one. But I enjoy this one as my second favorite Batman movie of all time. Number third is Batman Returns. Is my favorite third Batman movie of all time. It goes Batman, The Batman, with Robert Pattinson, and Batman Returns, top 3 favorite Batman movies of all time with serious takes on Batman. For the serious takes of Batman, those are my favorite, in that order, in live action, Batman. Exclusively, I'm talking about. Okay? So... I give The Batman with Robert Pattinson a 10 out of 10 because I love the reimagining of the Batman costume. I love the costume a lot this time. This is probably my second favorite Batman costume next to the Batman costume from Batman Returns. I don't like the Batman costume from Batman, the first Batman movie, because it looks very torn up if you see it when you see it in proper lighting in certain scenes when you see regular bright lightings. But good thing is the movie mostly keeps Batman in the shadows in the first one, so you really can't make out you can't always make out the details on the fact that the movie costume looks kind of roughly put together. In other words, it kind of sucks, looks like how it's built. So yeah, my two favorite Batman costumes in live action for serious Batman is the one from Batman Returns and also the one with Robert Pattinson when he is for the one with Robert Pattinson when he plays Batman in the Batman. So my two favorite Batman costumes in live action is the one from Batman Returns and the Batman with Robert Pattinson as Batman. Now the Batman movie is very long. It's around 3 hours long. The Batman with Robert Pattinson, and I think it goes by pretty damn fast. With plenty of action to spare in this long run time. With Batman and against his rogue villain or against random goons in the early days of his rogues gallery, like the Penguin and the Riddler, and what I'm assuming it is the Joker at the end that makes a cameo. That's laughing maniacally at the end with the Riddler. I found out in this interview that I watched on YouTube that is who I thought it was. It was the Joker. So maybe there's plans to use him in the sequel, hopefully, as a more important role. We get a better look of his face, maybe a full look of what his face looks like. Because he kept his face in the shadows in this movie. Reintroduced himself to Enigma, the Riddler, after he's in Arkham locked up. Anyway, I love the reimagining of the Penguin and reimagining of this version of the Riddler. I like the fact that Riddler's the main villain of this movie. The big bad of the movie is the Riddler. And I like that Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Great prosthetic makeup they gave him for to make him look heavy and fat, like Penguin from the comics. I enjoyed this Penguin more than Danny DeVito's portrayal on the Penguin. This is my favorite Penguin in live action, I think, for a serious take on Penguin. And this is my favorite live action not Joker, I mean, because Joker's at the end, even though he's in the shadow, like I was going to say. I can't say him because I liked the joke from what I heard of his voice, you know? Saw potential, but I would like to see more of his entire face if he's going to be in a sequel, even if it's for 5 minutes. Okay, but as long as he has some relevance to the plot, even if Matt Reeves doesn't use him as the main villain, as long as he has some relevance to the plot that ties into the main plot, it would be kind of nice to see another shot of him and from his what he really looks like in this with proper lighting in the sequel or in the third installment. I hear there's only going to be 3 of these Batman movies with Matt Reeves, unless his run of the Batman 2 after it gets released. I hear, I don't know. I hear that he's just going to make 3 of these, but I don't know if it's going to get cut short, his franchise. Some things just get cut short now with franchises, especially with stuff I like Daredevil. I like Daredevil, but that franchise got cut short after the first movie. And so did Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, got cut short after the second movie. And Michael Keaton's Batman got cut short after the second movie, even though because they replaced him with the dark tone, and they replaced him with Val Kilmer. And they replaced the dark tone with camp comedic, right, neon lights looking tone of film with Batman Forever to Batman and Robin with Schumacher franchise. And that probably was kind of, in the hindsight, probably wasn't the best thing going forward for the character. Because it kind of reminds me, the Schumacher movies kind of remind me of what a Silver Age Batman. Now, what a lot of, I don't have anything against Silver Age Batman, okay? Comics. But I found out that in this wonderful YouTube documentary on YouTube of this guy that talked about Batman and Silver Age, downfall of Silver Age Batman. He went great history about it. And I can't remember the name of the YouTuber. I just can't right now on top of my head. The point is, Schumacher, Batman Forever to Batman and Robin marked kind of did something similar to Batman in live action that Silver Age Batman, you know how, I found out Silver Age Batman Silver Age Batman almost got Batman canceled because of the direction they were going in, for the camp direction instead of the dark direction that's serious and gothic, like the comics from the Golden Age. And then they changed it from Silver Age tone completely because of stupid people and illegal reasons, because of censorship of the comic book code authorities creation of that stamp. They created for Batman, and now that makes Batman you know how Adam West Batman didn't take Batman seriously, really, but at least you had the villains. Well, Silver Age Batman didn't take Batman seriously, nor did he had any of the Batman Rogues Gallery villains regularly show up. I found that out. That was very lucky if you ever had a Batman villain, had him even fighting crime as a crime fighter. Something that Adam West's show always showed, at least in the first two seasons and also in the first Batman, we call Batman from 1966, to tie into the first two seasons. I found that out, okay? That the show ties into pretty much ties in loose canon of the show. The whole world of the show. Takes place in the same world of the show. Batman the movie with Adam West, which is the first live action Batman movie from 1966. It came out in I want to say I do enjoy that and all, but I don't want to get off topic right now. More distractions. So the reason why I bring all this up is because I understand the hate where the hate of the fan base that don't really like Batman Forever and Batman for Robin, but I kind of enjoyed it because I at least I enjoyed Batman. I enjoyed Batman Forever a lot, but Batman and Robin I enjoy them all, but both I wish they didn't advance the dark tone, the original, like the first two films, and I wish they kept Michael Keaton in the role as Batman for the third and fourth installment. If they did do a third installment with Michael Keaton, but they didn't. And I don't consider the Flash movie a proper send-off to Michael Keaton's Batman. I consider that a tragedy to Michael Keaton's Batman. The worst thing that ever happened to him is the Flash movie for his career, I think, Batman. When he played the role in the Flash movie. Because, you know, Michael Keaton's the only good thing about that movie, but the rest of the movie is kind of shit writing. And filled with unlikable and bland characters. Or annoying characters, or forgettable characters. You know, you name it, they have those. The charismatic charm of nails on chalkboard characters they have. Memorable personalities in the Flash movie. I give that a 7 out of 10, the Flash movie. Average. Not a big fan of that. But I am a big fan of this movie, The Batman. I give this a 10 out of 10, and I'm excited for the fucking sequel and the third installment. I hope the third sequel is even longer, and I hope we get more fleshed out, we get better fleshed out worlds and more fleshed out, knowing better like a story of that continues the story, and also continues developing Batman, and hopefully maybe the sequel will connect. It feel like it builds on something from this one. Wherever they take the story, how dark. I hope it's also a darker story, and I hope it's just as unfunny as this movie, with little sense of humor, and I mean in the best way, because the fact that this one, the fact that it captured that it went like this dark, and it went this unfunny, and took this little jokes for this Batman movie, it kind of feels even more like a comic book movie to me, like a Batman movie that I've been wanting to see for a while, since I haven't quite felt the adrenaline rush since the first Burton Batman movie. When I saw it as a kid, the first time, I was young to see it. When I saw that back in the day, I was. My dad introduced me to that Batman movie and played it on VHS player for me. Before I could even knew how to work a VHS player myself. Or knew how to rewind or fast forward or do anything. Because I was already born. Around that same time of the year. Don't remember what month it was of the year. It could have been October, even, of 1997. Or December. I don't remember which holiday it was one. It was one of my favorite 2 holidays. And around that time, my favorite 2 holidays growing up as a kid after that point is when my dad introduced me to Batman. First Batman was Michael Keaton, back in 1997. That was the year I was born, and I don't remember if it was October or December, or it was either Christmas time or around Halloween time. But I wish I remember. I'm going to have to ask my dad that after this review. Because I want to finish this review first. So yeah, and the reason why I bring this up, because those were my 2 favorite holidays as a kid. Christmas and Halloween. I couldn't talk then, so I couldn't tell Dad how much I appreciate him for showing me that Batman movie. I couldn't tell him how much I appreciated and how much I enjoyed the movie. The first Batman movie with Michael Keaton. It was incredible! Mind-blowing, I thought. I still have that VHS to this day, and it's gotten old, but it still works. For now, it hasn't been chewed up yet, okay? But once it gets chewed up, if that ever happens, I'll just toss it away and I'm pretty sure the comics, the copies I do have left on Blu-ray and DVD. If that ever happens to my VHS, I'm just going to learn to let go, and because I realize I have plenty of the same copy of the movie. And it's proper unaltered version. Unlike Star Wars, unlike the original Star Wars trilogy, Batman from 1989 has not been altered visually, except for to make the visually altered to make the film look bad. And like, I know, like, it was, like, visually altered for the VHS release, and for the final bell tower scene, they brightened the scene up for the bell tower. I heard of that. The bell tower scene was unseenable in the final shot of the bell tower, which to me, when I first saw that, I thought that was the coolest part of the movie. Of course, that's when I saw it. When I saw it, it was on VHS. That my dad saw it. So it was already after I found out, like, that the reason. I found out that I can't remember where I found that on YouTube, okay? It was somewhere in this YouTube video, okay? I can't remember what YouTube channel it was, okay? I can't remember now, sorry. But anyway, that bell tower, the whole bell tower shot, final climax in the bell tower where Batman's fighting all the Joker's goons, and then the Joker final encounter in the bell tower. I think that's like the coolest cinematic shot, the coolest cinematic scene in the movie, the entire bell tower scene. I feel sorry for those who saw this movie in theaters that couldn't make out the bell tower scene, because if you saw it in theaters and you could make out the bell tower scene, you don't have to worry about that anymore. That's not a problem, because I don't know who else would be alive to the state that saw it in theaters. I don't know how many the people that are alive that saw that Batman movie in theaters. Don't know how many people would be alive or remember they saw that in theaters, okay? Don't know right now. But, just in case, you never know if anybody watching my show that saw Batman from 1999 in theaters when it first came out. If they couldn't make out the bell tower shot, anything in the bell tower scene, with the final encounter, the final climax takes place in the movie, the original Michael Keaton's Batman flick from 1989 is when it came out. And the reason why I bring this up because fuck, why did I bring this up to? I was talking about the Batman, and I was telling you the reason why I bring this up is because I love the Michael Keaton Batman movie from 1989 as much as I love the Robinson Pattinson Batman movie from 2022. I don't know which one I like more. I like either one or the other more. Flip-flop back and forth now, like I did with the first two. Originally, I did that before Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. I did that with Michael Keaton's first two Batman movies in live action for serious Batman movies. But now I'm going back and forth between Robert Pattinson and Michael Keaton. And I will admit that I have. That's what I have to say about the Batman. And this is my review on the Batman. Why I give it a 10 out of 10. From 2022 is from the year. I'm so hyped for the fucking sequel to Batman Part 2 and Part 3. I look forward for the next two if they don't get cancelled. this run. Hopefully it doesn't get cut short. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I don't get screwed. And fingers crossed I better like it. And it's not stupid like the Nolan trilogy was. Or let down like the Schumacher did with Batman Forever. It better not be just good one or just two that I like. Maybe the whole three I like because I want at least one good Batman trilogy in live action before I die. That's a serious take on Batman, alright? Otherwise I won't rest in peace. I'll haunt this earth for until you. If I come back as a ghost, I'll haunt every one of you on Earth who think otherwise. I think the opposite of me. I'll haunt all of your heads if I could do that in your minds. If I come back as a spirit and I get murdered brutally, or die of old age whenever that happens. Which is far, far down the line, because I'm 27 now, okay? And I'm way far from elderly right now at this point in my life. Not even close to 60s. 60s is when the elderly begin. I found out legally 60-something is when elderly years start. Daddy's 66, so he's elderly. It was 66 something, but I found out that Daddy's definitely